Okay, I give up. Fuck. Hello everyone. It's me again, Weeaboo. How is everyone doing today? We have one of our emergency boxes out of Japan. For those of you who don't know, the de minimis exception is ending on the 29th, which may potentially be illegal, as it is, as I have, we'll maybe touch back on that as this story develops. Essentially, what for us hobbyists, people who import things for leisure reasons, I guess the government would probably classify this as, is for personal leisure. It means that we will now be, after the 29th of August, I believe is the day, we will be subject to a 15% tax for those of us that import out of Japan. And there's a lot of confusion about how this is going to be implemented and what's going to happen. And like I said, I've heard musings that there may be a lawsuit over this. But, you know, in the meantime, what's been happening on my end is I've been racing to basically get every box that I've built out of Japan as fast as possible, and I imagine many other hobbyists are also in my same boat. And so far we have received 2 out of the 5 or 6. One of them, well, actually not just one of them, 2 of them, it's looking very grim. It's looking very, very grim for 2 of them. One just straight up might not even show up at all before the deadline, but thankfully the deputy that I used for that one is very kind and has given us some leeway. But nevertheless, today another box arrived. Currently, as it stands, 2 have arrived. Well, technically 3, because they split this one into 2 boxes, but 2 of the shipments have arrived. 1 is on the way. One is been ordered to be shipped, but HobbyLink Japan is a bitch. And they've really fucking wanged it John Undertale style. So we'll have to see what happens. Another has been marked to be shipped, but that one's coming. That one's coming in a very. I trust that one. What the hell is that? Is that mold on my table? I don't know, man. This table is goofy. Maybe it's just dirt, but like, there's a very odd story about this. This butcher block countertop that I used. It was a resale one that turned into a it essentially turned into a Dorito because it got slightly wet. And anyone who buys these butcher blocks knows that the second they get wet, they're absolutely useless. And I ended up, long story short, I ended up straightening this one out, I think. Or was it this one? I don't remember. It was One of these two. These are two different butcher blocks. But long story short, woodworking is another thing I've been forced to dabble into. As my quest of... Oh god, this has my address written on it. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna start with the smaller box. These were sitting out in the rain a little bit. It did rain here. Allow me to make sure that no... You can see it. I'm fuddling with it. Okay, this one has the... Very good. Very, very, very good. Okay, first up, first order of business, we have another base stadium from Japan. I only have one. No, that's not true. I have two. I have the wide stadium, which I think I got for like $30 from Suru. Man, I'm gonna miss Suru so much. They definitely overcharged you per item, but like the shipping, the free shipping, balanced a lot of stuff out. So we've got some CX line bays. Unfortunately, CX line also leaves a lot to be desired. But I like the clear. It'll be fun to find. It'll be fun to put a. I know the extreme line rails are interchangeable. So it'll be fun to combine this into orange for Konkombini colors, and then maybe think about getting a sticker. I have to I'd have to find out how to do a reverse sticker, or maybe some vinyl graphic, but that might be fun. We'll open this up and play with this later. I'm more concerned with getting stuff out of these wet boxes. Also, what's up, Red? I saw ya. Don't you worry, Bubby. I caught you. I got you. I got this on camera. I guess let's keep going. Mini four-wheel drive. Mini four-wheel drive. Mini four-wheel drive. Yes. Did I didn't order this. They just straight up sent me something I didn't order. Wait a minute. Wait. No way. Hang on, we have to check the... We have to check the records. Oops. I straight up did not order this. Oh no, does that mean I... They completely sent me the wrong item. because this is supposed to be a Thunder Dragon, not this dog racer. They just completely sent me the wrong item. I wonder if I can message them and either ask for a refund or get the item I ordered. Because this is correct. The Spin Cobra's right. Did it come with all the... This is missing a lot of parts. This has, like, no parts. Wow. I think this might be the first time Suru has fucking cocked up on me like this. That's true. I should know better than to compliment a company. Or wait a minute, this isn't even a mini four-wheel drive. It's like a weird fucked up model. Oh, this is the weirdest shit I think I've ever experienced. So I guess I just didn't know what I ordered. It's supposed to be a model of what it would look like in the show, but it's not actually a mini four-wheel drive. Ah. That's probably why it was so cheap. Cool. I have a thing that I will never use. Maybe I'll use the tires. I could probably use the body. Fun. But this is just completely wrong. That, I will say, this is just completely not even the same thing. This is a... This one is just wrong. Which is unfortunate because the thing I was supposed to get is way cooler. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get one of those now. But we got a couple mini four-wheel drives. Oopsie. Also, according to this sticker, this is apparently worth way more than what I ordered. Yep. We are... Unless they put it... There's no fucking way this came in, like, this box like this. Let's see. Let's unravel the mystery live on camera. Nope, it's not even the same fucking thing. Oops. Oopsie. Damn, these tires are so pink. Holy shit. But yeah, I was promised a Thunder Dragon Clear Special, and I got this instead, this pink. I think I got the complete, like, opposite. This just could not have been more wrong, which is really, really, really funny. I mean, I got a mini four-wheel drive, so whatever. It's not like they just didn't include a thing in my package. I probably will message them. I don't know. Well, I'll do something about it later. And then this one's not even a fucking mini four-wheel drive at all. It's a model kit. Oops. Well, thankfully, I only paid like 900 yen for it, so I basically paid like $5. This one was my fault. This one was what's wrong with and I think I could probably just use these parts on mini 4-wheel drives anyways. You guys getting into fucking RC cars, man. You're leaving me in the dust. Maybe we'll build this on camera. Although this is a polycarb body. We're gonna have some trouble with this guy because I don't have the correct tools to cut these polycarb bodies out, and a lot of them require a lot of the ones I have left to build are polycarbs. But let's move on. Let's proceed. I believe that is everything out of this box. Because there's 2 boxes today. Both are wet and not creepy. But this is going to be the majority of this stuff. We got some Metabots games. Just getting these, so I have them. I know they're 3DS games, so it's like, why not just download the ROMs and hack a 3DS? That is true. Well, no, yeah, that's the thing, is like that had like 3,500 yen on the side. But I wanted the dragon. I wanted the cool, clear, whatever. It's fine. I feel like maybe I could get that late. I don't know. We'll see how this tariff stuff actually shakes out. It'll be interesting. But we have a number of Metarot games. Once I can get some 3DS, DS captured software modded shit, I'm very excited to be able to try. Is that what the art looks like? It looks like there's a print defect there, but that's just the art. Huh. Rocket Company is out of business, I think, by the way. They don't make anything anymore. The last thing to come out of Metabots is a terrible gacha that we don't even get over here in the States. And this, I was most interested to see how it would show up. This is Metarot 5, specifically, on Game Boy. I have 1 and 2 for Kabuto version. I would love to get 1 and 2 for Kagwata version, just as display pieces. I'm not going to open this up because this is really... Do I have my knife? Where did my knife go? I guess I could open it up. I'm just being lazy. Plus, I need to buy for time anyway, because... Imagineer, baby. Rest in peace. Rip in spaghetti, never forgetty. Good little Caro frog, man. I love buying Japanese boxed games. They come in such nice shape. They really do just take better care of their stuff. And they also just have more cool stuff. What the fuck is that, Mr. Referee? Oh, is this like set... Is that supposed to be Spike? Is this set in the future of the series? I don't know. You know, we did not get a lot of Metarot stuff here in the States. Like, not a ton. So Japanese fans who are probably all up on the lore know probably way more than myself about it. But yeah, depending on how the tariff stuff shakes out, if it's not that bad, I might try to round up some more copies of Metabots. I think those are the only games. I think everything else is just manga. We got some manga. We have a couple odd doujins. We have some how to draw books, and then we got mini 4-wheel drive parts. I guess we'll start with the how to draw book. This has been on my list for a minute. I have a lot of these, like, here's 5 ways to draw X thing. This is kind of like the standard way that a lot of stuff gets drawn, or stuff gets drawn, fuck my ass. These books kind of follow this sort of procedure of having, like, a couple different artists contribute. It was 1,600 yen, so it wasn't super expensive. This one in particular I'm interested in because it's like, it kind of looks like an anime. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out how they draw anime cells and do, like, post-processing and filtering for a long time. There's this one guy, this Dong Chang or whatever from Canada, who's an AI grifter now because he's trying to build AI tools for the anime industry. But he put out a video that just doesn't... Something about... he goes over it a little bit, but something about it just looks off to me. It doesn't look right. But this is just another book that I can't fully read. It will continue to join... It will join the collection of... Ooh, that's a cool outfit. That, like... That's probably the most uncomfortable shit to wear. I don't think people realize how uncomfortable plastic stuff is to wear. Especially that clear plastic that's bendable. I know for a fact that that stuff probably bunches up. It makes a shitload of noise. It's super hot, doesn't breathe. Terrible, terrible clothing. Looks cool, but it's horrible to wear. God, there's so much shit going on in this one with just the hair. These are all, like, fine illustration styles, I suppose. I just, you know, I'm gonna be real. Probably should have just held off on this one. I think I was looking at, like, why was I looking at one of these? One of these I was kind of looking at and being like, oh, that'll do. But, like, I feel like every time I buy a book like this, there's one that I'm kind of slightly interested in, and then everything else just kind of doesn't look that great to me. And, I don't know, but it was 1,600 yen. This retails for about 1,000 yen more than that. So it's probably not a very good book. Usually these books, they don't always hold their value. Which either means that they're really old and no one likes to draw that way anymore, or they're just not very helpful books. But to be fair, a lot of older how to draw books from Japan like this are just bad. The quality of these type of books has gone up exponentially, which is really sad because I don't like the illustration styles as much. Like, I think my sweet spot is probably somewhere from, like, for digital illustration, it's probably, like, starting from 2000 to, like, I would say, like, 2019 is where I started to notice that everything starts to look more like it's, like, an oil painting. I don't know, just something went in the water or something in Japan, or gacha or whatever, I don't know. But here's a bunch of all ages Metabots dojins that I just stumbled across. This is like Girls in Panzer cross Metabots. That's weird. It's weird and kind of interesting, if I'm gonna be honest. That'd probably make that show 20 times cooler if I'm just saying so, because Girls in Panzer, I know that show is beloved, but it didn't really do a ton for me. $2017. No, it's right there. It's Girls und Metabots. Can you see it? Can you see? I can't see it because fucking OBS is blocked by my Girls und Metabots. I feel like I recognize this artist. I might follow this artist on Twitter. The Rubber Robos. Oh, who's gonna play the fucking Rubber Robos? Oh my god, the professor. Poor professor. Holy shit, this is like 4 years later. Damn, so there's like, it's interesting, there's some improvement here. Let's see, let's cut to the chase. 2022, okay, so maybe they, this is just so weird. Oddly enough, it is not the weirdest crossover I've ever seen. I think that one goes to the Metal Gear Solid Kemono Friends crossover. No, I know. I know what the appeal of it is. It just doesn't do much for me. Some of the more absurd things about it just kind of like, I can't accept them. Here's another Metabots Dojin by a completely different artist. There was... oh, God, sorry. There was a lot of these. And I just picked up this one. For some reason, I don't know. I was trying to keep... I don't know. I think it was because I picked this up and this was like... This wasn't that cheap. This was like... how much was Metarot? 5. This was like... I ended up paying 3,000 yen for this. So about like 20 bucks. I don't know. I just didn't want to spend a bunch of money on... I already kind of like... was kind of damaging myself a little bit to do this box. But I wanted that base stadium, and I wanted the thing that we'll get to last a lot, because I needed it for things. I guess let's keep going on the books. So we have a bunch of books from Game Center Cultural Exchange, which is a it's actually airing as an anime right now. But I've had the first volume for forever, and I guess the reason I'm interested in this one is because as someone who is trying to write a bilingual story and quote-unquote make manga in about 1 million air quotes, it's very interesting to see how this artist handles both English and Japanese being spoken. I'm gonna be real, I think the show doesn't do it very well. There's one artist, or there's one voice actor There's one voice actor who's bilingual, and she puts on a really bad English accent, sort of half way. It's just funny, and to be honest, not that in 1 million fucking years would I ever get any kind of opportunity to do what is happening with this series and this show, but it would definitely be interesting. Because at the end of the day, the concept I'm working on lives and dies by the fact that it is bilingual. And it's specifically about Japanese subculture. Oh, she gets it. Oh, I haven't seen. Okay, so we're a little ahead on the of the show. I caught up with the show recently when I was kind of procrastinating over the manga, which is done now, by the way. I did finish. In air quotes, because I still have to do a cover, and I still have to make the entire fucking video. But a lot of people seem to have issues with this one, because of the ages of the characters, which I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say that's either part of the situational comedy of the series, or it's the maybe the author is a girl. I can't tell from the name, Yasuhara Hirokazu, and that could also just be a pen name too. But yeah, it's a fictional thing, and then also too, like, there's plenty. I don't know. I just think people get way too bent out of shape about that sort of thing where it doesn't matter. Damn, they got new net cities there. Holy shit. Those are blasts. Wow. Wow, his art cleaned the fuck up compared to the first. This is the oh no, this is the 7th. I was gonna say, the second one wasn't that bad. Man, he must have got some help. Or something. Because his art definitely... I mean, like, it's the same drawings. He definitely has that... Like, his drawings are definitely, like, kind of wonky looking. Especially his eyes. His eyes kind of look like they're sliding off into different directions. Well, it gives me hope, I suppose. Maybe someday. Damn, they got the fucking horse betting station. I know about those. I know about Star Horse. I watch Bringus Studio. But I have a couple of these. Always good to check these out. Yeah, her eyelids don't even fucking match. But that being said, I do like this guy's art a little bit. Oh shit, yeah, they really are going for a romance angle. I might be able to actually read this, because it has furigana in it. Maybe I will... I'm kind of stuck on my Japanese study. I am not really sure where to go. Yeah, his art definitely lightened up a bit, if you look at it from, this is volume 4. Yeah, he definitely got a little more delicate with his lines. But speaking of manga, I guess we have one more. I forget what the title of this one is. I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's like it's an ecchi manga about, like... How do I even explain this? It's like an ecchi horror manga that I sort of have a guilty pleasure enjoyment of. Cave of Speaking Furigana. Hell yeah, dude. But, it's basically like a weird, ecchi harem battle manga, where the main character is the father of the supposed hero. So a bunch of girls are trying to hook up with him, based on a legend. Not much to say other than I enjoy. And I'll admit that to camera. But nevertheless, let's clean off some space here. We're starting to run out of room. Because I have a feeling I'm going to be building something that I bought. But moving right along into manga, we have a book on making manga that I will not be able to read because, of course, and just in time for me to not be able to use it either, but that's okay because I couldn't read it. Oh no, don't tell me it's all writing. Oh, okay, thank God. Ooh, okay. So we got some examples of sound effects. This is something I was personally struggling with. Was sound effects and like how they should look to convey the proper emotion. And there's a lot you can do with that. But see, like, that looks way more dramatic than that. Like, I don't even need to know Japanese to, like, be able to see how some of this stuff works. Damn, it would have been nice. But again, there's only so much you can... Unfortunately for me, and I don't know if this is, like, because I don't speak the language, and I'm not actually reading and absorbing the information. Yeah, see, look, there's the transparent bubbles, so you get to see more of the scene, and it adds airiness to the whole thing. Yeah, there's a lot of techniques and stuff in here that I was actually trying to do. Using different kinds of speech bubbles. Like, stuff that seems like it would be obvious, but when you go to make something, you kind of just don't 100%. Ooh, here's one on page flow. Oh, they even mentioned webtoons. They mentioned panel flow here. All stuff I really had to be conscious of. See, for this one, though, I personally... I feel like putting this here... Like, see, the thing about this path is, yes, they're trying to illustrate the flow of the page. But you also kind of can just make up bullshit. I think if you move this like, over here into an unconventional spot, you would get the same... I feel like you would get a better panel read. Personally. But, again, I'm not a manga artist. I'm a fucking hack from Midwest America trying to be one. Yeah, this is much better than that other How to Draw book that we got. Not that the other one was bad information and quality-wise, but as far as usable, applicable things to my own... Jesus Christ. The baby went so... Who fucking threw the baby into a power line? It's not a pair of sneakers. There's a nice one that really, like... That really sells that sort of rush to the side. All very good stuff. Some basic composition stuff. You know, lower camera angles make people imposing. This one shows that they're interrogating people. To have them both be on the seat in between, it kind of creates this sense of holes if it was epic. Holes if it was a survival death game. You and your family will be cursed for all eternity. You know, there's just little things that you don't think about when you're making stuff, because you get so absorbed into making it. See, here's another one. Too much value that is the same. I don't know what they did to fix it. Need more value separation. Although, to be fair, I'm just interpreting what I'm seeing based on the images. I could be completely wrong. Ah, pen stuff. I fucking hate that G Pen so much. Clip Studios G Pen makes me so mad. It never, ever, 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 ever does what I want it to. It makes lines too thin if I'm trying to make them thick. It makes them way too thick if I'm trying to make them thin. There's a couple, I do that, having shadows and stuff. Having, like, fill areas instead. This is just that stupid meme. Wants to be dominated, will die. I hate that. I hate Western weeb culture so much. But this seems like a cool book to kind of tab through. I'm not sure what this one is trying to say. They've got the same character with different styles of hair. Something about a mirror. I'm actually not sure what this whole thing is supposed to be about. There's some hatching and stuff. I wouldn't hand hatch. That would fucking kill me. But I will say that digital tools, especially when they're homogenized like that, and everyone passes them around and uses them, can come off as lazy. Here's a slime reflection thing. It's all kind of like stuff I feel like I can intuit. There's how to do some beveled edges. That'd be good for robors. See, here's another one. This is another thing that I really tried to... That I don't want to say I struggled with, but I knew would happen is trying to cram too many backgrounds into situations where you don't need them. Because, like, here, it's like the characters, like, thinking or monologuing to themselves, and you know where they're at. It's in your brain. You've been given the information. You don't need to repeat yourself and hurt the artistry. Oh, that's cool. Some real quick perspective tricks for making windows and stuff. That's an interesting one, having things fade out as they become too clustered because it can become an eyesore to the value. Just omitting and adding information in service to the overall image. If only my hard pecker cries the skin on the chest was as soft as the thigh. I already, hand hatching is when you raise a baby bird in your palm. Got it. I do like that they got some different artists. Ah, see, there we go. We got the black and white for the shock. Bikurishita. Right there. Like, just little things like this. This is what I fucking love about manga. You can have the same image, and you could just do something so small and different, and it can create a whole different sense of feeling. And I feel like that really isn't utilized a ton in a lot of the Western comics that I have read in the past. Damn. Man's got fucking backhanded. Oh, I wish there was a thing about, like, action lines and stuff. See, here's one. But again, like, see, you can have all this information, but, like, when it comes to your specific instance... Ooh, okay, so they did the thing where they stroked in screen tone. That's kind of cool. I didn't get to use that effect this time around. It's cool. That looks like a memory because of the static. There's the fucking isekai 4-point perspective crazy face. Although not really. Jesus, she hit him so hard it snapped his bones. Wow, this book is made of... I can tell this book has, like, a different constitution to it, but it's, like, made of, like, recycled paper? Really? Wow. Wow. Kind of cool. Dear Japan, cool. Not so great on the... I mean, this wasn't really, like, a book package, although it was a lot of stuff in the package. But, you know, we did okay with the books. As far as parts go, mini 4-wheel drive parts, we have a few. Got some motors, baby. Gas, gas, gas. Definitely want more motors. I want some of the, like, crazy old ones. Rad, you've been making me very jelly with your motor posting. Ooh, these are soft. We got these tires. Always fun to have parts. And finally, I'm probably already going to need another one. But I have a motor case. God knows I need them. Oh god, that security sticker, like, exploded. But this one is the very cool... Oh, no. You know, these Tamiya cases, I'm really unhappy with them, kind of, because they don't seem to want to stay shut. They open up way too easily. Also, this is fresh. Let's inaugurate it right now. I wonder what I'm going to use this atomic tuned motor on. The problem is I want to read what it says behind it, but if I do that, if I try to open it, it'll ruin the package. So we're going to have to, like, slice it open. Jeez. Graphic, violent. Don't tell mom and dad. I had a very interesting conversation with my mom, actually, yesterday. She asked, basically, so we've been having some family trouble, and I confided in my father that I have a project I'm working on, and I want to finish it so that I don't have to, so that I can devote my attention to, what does this say? Do not modify motor as it may cause serious injury. But aren't you supposed to dunk it in, like, salt water and, like, juice it? And I don't know what yellow motor is for. I don't know what gray is. I still don't have a good grasp on the colors. I know red means fast, and black is illegal. But that's about it. I don't know what green is. I know orange is torque tuned, obviously, because I seem to get it. I seem to gather a ton of those. But motor case, everyone. But you know, my parents know I make art. Obviously, I'm very close-lipped about the stuff I do to my parents, and they are aware of that. But my mom kind of sussed me out. And because she was asking me about this project. Well, what is it? Are you drawing naked ladies? Is it like naked, overweight, naked Japanese lady? And I was like, no. So I got sussed out. Okay, no salt water. Well, I wasn't gonna do that. I don't. I'm gonna wait to do motor stuff for a minute. But I had a very interesting conversation with my mom, where I tried my hardest to not tell her about the thing I made, even though it was completely innocuous. I just don't like talking about the stuff I make. To my family, because it's kind of... I need my nippers. I don't have my nippers. Well, anyway, I don't even know why I started doing this. Because we still have one box to get through, and it's not this. I was gonna put it to a vote, for the lads watching, what we are gonna do. But we have but one more box. Because for some reason, they split this into 2 shipments. And I don't know why, but they did. Oh my god, it's huge. They literally had to use the entire box for this. Yep, and my Thunder Dragon is not in here, so... let's see. We are... Wow. This won't even fit on camera, guys. Oh, for a second I was gonna be like, no way, does it come with cars? Like the last one, but it doesn't. I literally can't fit it on camera, guys. I have to move the mic. Please excuse me. Oh. This was what I bought the box for. How much did I pay for this? Oh, your family didn't like what you did, or didn't pay attention to what you... Are you talking about us? Are you talking about us in the Discord? Because they ignore what I put out, too. For sometimes, I don't know. Or people just look at it, they don't really comment on it. But, I have a loop course for mini 4-wheel drive that I will add on to the other course. Look at this fucking picture. I don't think I can get this on camera. But look at this 90s ass picture. There's a kid with an LA Dodgers hat. That, right there. Look at that picture of these, like, kids hanging out somewhere in, like, 90s Japan. But yeah, I bought a loop course, because this is definitely one of those things that would be prohibitively expensive to import if this tariff stuff. The LA Kings. Oh. Are you sure that's not the Dodgers? I mean, I know I'm fucking retarded when it comes to sports. I've never heard of the Kings. But, yes, I will be very happy to add this to the other track. The only problem is oh shit, wait a second. It's even got a little thing on the side of it that says what motors to use. Let's see if I can get that on camera. I don't know how well that's gonna... Again, I have a limited room here. But it even says, like, avoid the stock motor. Because it probably won't make the loop, I'm assuming, is why they said that. You gotta have the fucking plasma dash that they don't even make anymore. Kit supplied motor and manganese battery cannot provide enough power to climb loop. Use alkaline or NiCad batteries and select a high performance motor from Tamiya mini 4-wheel drive tune-up parts. Wow. But yes, I'm happy to have that. Now, I need to get up for a second. So we can make a decision about what we're going to do for the rest of the stream, because that was definitely not enough of a stream. Or no, it's 7 o'clock. You know, maybe I could... you know what? Let's play with the Beyblades. Let's get this going. I was going to say let's build a mini 4-wheel drive or a model kit, but, like, that could take a long time. Well, model kits are kind of like a multi-hour project, and I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I want a game tonight. I might... I gotta see what's going on with work stuff. Well, we'll have to test that theory eventually. But my only problem with that 2-lane track, I kind of, you know, there's something just cooler to me about the 3-lane one. But also the other thing too is that they don't make as many parts for the 2-lane as they do the 3-lane, and the parts they do have are kind of insanely expensive and out of print, like a lot of cool things in this hobby I've noticed. Wouldn't it be cool if they had this thing? Well, they did 20 years ago, and no one makes it anymore. This is very much Schrodinger's hobby for me. I could not tell you if it's dying, dead, or, like, alive, because I've heard people say, oh, this hobby's popping off. It's going crazy. More people are into this. I saw the Hobby Town little documentary guy about it, and of course there's a Hobby Town near me that carries them. Sorry, I'm trying to remove the Bay code without showing it off, because I use my Bay codes, especially this one. But we're going to need it, or we're going to need the we're going to specifically need these lads. Oh, for a second I thought I didn't get a bit. That, you know what, man? Maybe... okay, I gotta read chat for a bit. Yeah, all the track stuff now pretty much exists solely to plug into the JC. Yeah, and I wish I could have got a track for that. Here's the thing. The tracks seem to don't go for very much money. They actually seem to be really affordable, and I don't know if it's because they're big and bulky and people get them and play with them and then want to get rid of them. It's very live where it's alive. India, Indonesia, or Malaysia. But I don't care about Indonesia or Malaysia. I only care about Japan because I'm a weeaboo. But no, that is cool that, like... Oh, wow. This is actually a very nice stadium. It's fresh. Fresh out the box. And I still got to do a Race Queen design stream. You're right, Rad. I have to think about what kit I want to do. What I might do is I might design a character first, and then I think I might pick my car. Sort of based on that. Because we got... And here's the thing, though, too. Is I don't even have all the fucking cars that I ordered. I'm still waiting on my Hobby Link Japan package. I don't know what the fuck is taking them so long. They're fucking dragging ass and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off hardcore. Well, see, here's the thing about that, Goof. He suggested that as I was in the middle of... I mean, well, to be fair, it was my kind of suggestion. I came up with the idea on a stream because I'm a fucking idea guy that barely gets any ideas out there. Because I just keep thinking of new ideas instead of making them. I think he was looking for something to do. I'm only taking so long because I haven't even finished my other commitments. I've kind of been silently working on the script for Art Lab. It needs a lot of work. This whole middle section is very annoying. Why did they give me two 6-sided? Oh, one is I'm assuming one's an 80 or 70. I'm assuming this is an 80. God, fucking poor Perseus. Even in his alts, he can't be good. That's what I'm thinking. And I don't even know if I can get the parts anymore for what I want to do, because unfortunately, the parts I was looking at aren't around anymore. But this looks like this is Dran Brave 660. Yeah, 660 on Vortex, and this is just a Perseus recolor. Perseus White. Perseus the Gray and Perseus the White. And Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight. This is a sick Brave. Fucking... This is a sick Dran Brave. Whoop. I do like the orange a lot nicer. It just sucks that CX kind of doesn't really work. It was my idea out of nowhere, but I didn't force you to go ahead and like... Hell, I think this whole thing only started because you gave me that kit in Chicago. Like, I think this resurgence of... Because I'm going to be real, I know you've talked about it in the past, but I didn't see you, like, actively doing a lot of it until I started... Yeah, Jackson Cross. Maybe... Man, that would be... I just had a fucking idea, guy. I just had another idea. Maybe we could have a toy hobby sort of arc in Struggles of a Gaijin Mangaka. And then we could have a bunch of really annoyingly named characters. I mean, to be fair, Rad is the one who got me into mini four-wheel drive. I would not have even known about it. Like, I knew about Tamiya. I knew they made model kits and stuff. Let's give these guys a spin. What the fuck are we doing? It's okay. It's fun so far. I've been enjoying it. And to be honest, it's not the first time I've went on an expensive hobby bender. So it's not like, it's, you know, he didn't, like, make me do anything I didn't want to do. I mean, to be fair, if we looked hard enough, we were in the perfect area to find cocaine. We probably could have just found cocaine. I don't have a handle. God, it feels so fucking alien to hold this without a handle. I hate that. Okay. I have... So I don't have a handle next to me, but I have this guy. Let's test our might. Test your might. This pink... I gotta say, this pink one is, kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks neat. That would be kind of cool with this pink with the orange. Too bad those fucking those collab Beyblades are like unobtainium now, because I would love to just have a bunch of orange shelled grips. Okay, I don't have the link, so I gotta do this both by hands. 3, 2, 1. That was weak. I haven't been able to, like, unleash my full power because I'm sitting down and I'm doing this by, Alright, thank you. Thank you for your service. That is true. You pull the strings like Ozu. Oh, we've already got our first Nick on here. Nice. We've got several, actually. Cool. This is a cool Dran. I hope this recolor comes to US in some way. I wouldn't mind picking up a couple copies of it. Yeah, I think I just can't spin them fast enough like this. I think I really... We'll do one more. Two, one. There we go. Yeah, I feel like if you bought this for a couple kids, the kid who picks the orange Dran Brave is going to get a little gypped if this is the only blades they have. We've already put some nice scuffs on the stadium. It's a good day. It's a good day, guys. We'll let that guy spin out. Now, I was going to either build a mini or I was going to build a model kit. I was going to let you guys decide, but I'm going to be honest. I might want to go live again tonight, so I think I am going to cut it off here. This was box number 2 of like 5 or 6. We got Deputy 1, 2 on its way. We have oh god. There's a little man, sewer fly came up again, damn it. Ugh. Annoying. But that one's on its way. HLJ needs to fucking ship. I'm actually getting really pissed at HLJ. I might actually get dinged because of them. He's in the pocket of big plastic. Made me buy all this plastic shit. These are cool blades though, but yeah, we've got a couple boxes on the way, although I'm starting to get a little worried about 2 of them. Like I said, this is a cool clear bumper. It's got the sparkly plastic in it. Too bad it's just a shit blade. I feel so bad because it is a cool looking blade. It's just not good. I mean, CX in general isn't good, unfortunately. No matter what. You know, you've inspired me to maybe do that. Yeah. I might do that tonight, because I am worried that it's not going to show up in 10 days. But I don't know if they're like how they're doing that, if they're postmarking it. Actually, we have another motor we can put in here while we're talking about this, but I don't know if it's like if it's postmarked by a certain date, it's clear, or if it's like, nope, we're just throwing the switch and everything that shows up, no matter what day it's postmarked, is yeah, so I might have to send something tonight, unfortunately. I really hate doing that. I worked in customer service. I know how annoying customer service can be. And I try to be as polite as possible, but so how the fuck do you do this one? Oh, I guess you could just do that. Yeah. Okay. This is a cool case. I have way too many torque tuned motors, though. Atomic tuned will be fun to play with. I think I have another one of these coming. It's like how DHL did me earlier in the year. It doesn't matter. Date it hits customs is all that affects it. If it's not past customs by the 29th, it's fair game. Well, we'll have to see. Or maybe I'll have to kill myself with this knife. Just kidding. I'm not suicidal. Don't call anybody. So I need to complain at them. Because I think that's the only one that is really... Let's see, where's the Amy one right now? Okay, so Amy's on the way. Amy hit import customs and was returned on the 17th. So we're good. We're Gucci. On Amy, which that one I was also worried about, but I am worried about HLJ. Not about the deputy box, and I think for the one service that we all love to use now, I don't know when that one's gonna ship. I might just be genuinely hosed on that one. So I might hold out as long as I can to see if they get that tariff stuff settled out, because like in the grand scheme of things, 15% is not horrible. It's not bad, but $80 to $200 a box is ridiculous. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. I will probably be back later tonight with game or something else. But until that time, I will not be here anymore. Goodbye.
Good.